I'm Coach Terry, and I got next.
What it do, SLT Nation? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talk. You got next, where Kevin and I comb the globe, and we try to uncover amazing stories from phenomenal people who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. Kevin, I get goosebumps every time I say it, because once again, we have hit the mark right on the head, and we got to you a treat in women's head coach of Virginia Union HBCU royalty, Tierra Terry, in the building. How you doing today, Coach Terry?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, Coach.
I'm so blessed to have you on the show. With that being said, I am the mouth of the South, B. Jones. I am rocking alongside of my colleague, my partner in crime, the head coach KT. Even though today, you're going to be the assistant coach KT today, Kev.
No problem. Hey.
All right, man. I just want to make sure, because it can only be one head coach, and I'm afraid that Coach Terry got you a little bit, because she just looked tougher than you. That's all I'm gonna say. She just looked tougher than you.
I can't stand you, brother. Come on, let's go.
Hey, SLT Nation, we want to welcome all of our first-time visitors. Thank you for checking us out. Welcome to the network. If you would, please do us a favor on the count of three. As in tradition, we are, as a family, going to smash that subscribe button. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Now, by hitting that subscribe button, you just got front row seat, first class tickets to become a member of SLT Nation, in which you are going to get phenomenal fire content just like this show delivered to you all the time. And all you're going to do is hear a bell and you'll know it's us. So welcome to the family. With that being said, without further ado, you didn't come here to hear the mouth of the South or hear assistant coach Kev talk. You came here to see the legend, CAA royalty, Coach Tierra Terry. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. I appreciate that intro.
Nah, we appreciate you coming on. I had the opportunity to watch your introduction to Virginia Union, and I can tell you right then, I can see the look in your eyes. I said, that's passion. That's passion. I'm about to go back and look at some Virginia Union games, because I know that those girls, they come to play for you, Coach. I know they probably do.
Yeah, we're really excited. You know, Virginia Union, like you said, has a strong history of having good basketball. So
we're going to talk about that in a second, in the shoes that you got to fill. But before we do so, Coach, we got to get you initiated. It's a little thing that we do just to make us feel important, right? Even though Kev ain't stretched out properly. You know, you can't come to practice without getting stretched out properly. You might tear an ACL or something.
Am I a player or am I an assistant coach? I don't even know my role tonight, man.
You're an assistant coach. You know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like Coach Belichick say, do your job.
Yes, sir. Golly. All right, Coach. So in order to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 hip hop artists.
I know you guys, you hit me with that one. Let me see. Biggie's always going to be on my list. We're going to put Jay-Z up there. Nas is one of my faves.
What? Coach Terry's a Nas fan? Okay, all right.
Fan. This one's probably going to be funny, but I'm a Nicki Minaj fan.
Ain't nothing funny about Nick. Nick respectable. She respectable.
And this one is a little different. It's reggaeton. It's not traditional hip hop, but I'm a huge Bad Bunny fan.
Oh, okay.
And look how she said reggaeton. She schooled us right there, Kev.
Yeah,
you know.
She schooled you.
You don't know nothing about no reggaeton.
Yes, I do.
All right, we're going to deal with that a whole nother day.
Yeah,
I want to keep it on focus on Coach Terry right now.
History, man.
Yeah. Listen, Bad Bunny's on that Snoop commercial.
Yeah, I seen him before.
Yeah, so you should know Bad Bunny.
Yeah. I think he's on with Drake too.
Yeah, I think so.
He's even wrestled, so look at there. All right, so Coach, who is your favorite superhero and why?
This one, I don't know if she's considered a superhero or a villain, but I'm going to go with it. I would say Catwoman.
Ooh.
Yeah,
she's a good one. She's a villain, but she has nice tendencies. How about that?
So let's unpack that for why Catwoman, Coach.
Why Catwoman?
Are you just beguiling, or what about Catwoman?
I like her. She's swift. She's real intelligent. She knows an angle to take. She can be two different, she can be this one day and this one day, but she knows how to fit in. And but she's still also, I feel like she has some good in her too.
Yeah. Now I can't let you ride. Do you like the Halle Berry Catwoman? That's the real question, because every time we think Catwoman, we think Halle Berry.
She was amazing. She was amazing.
I agree.
I think she did a great depiction of a Catwoman.
Oh yes, Halle Berry. Yes, I almost lost my train of thought. All right, so
and your professionalism.
You all right? So since every superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
See this one? Oh my gosh, this is probably left field, but I love the Bob Marley song "Forever Loving Jah," and I don't know, it's so like chill, but it's just about praising God, and it's just a cool vibe. I'd just be cool as a superhero. It would just be a cool vibe.
Yeah, because that's the vibe that you're giving me. You just like laid back, but you said Catwoman, so I know you can go there.
Yeah.
So, we're not gonna test you.
Hey, I'm about to say she cool and laid back head coach. Hey, Bob Marley already.
Yeah. All right, B. Jones. Hey, she's in the family.
Coach, what are your players gonna say when they watch this video and they hit Coach like Nicki Minaj? You think you go walk in the office and there's gonna be Nicki playing in the locker room the next week?
I asked them, I said, what do you think I listen to? Because they were acting kind of like, they didn't think I would listen to that. But I think one of them knows I'm a Nicki fan now, so I don't think she'll be super surprised.
All right, Coach. Well, welcome to You Got Next. We know that you got a busy schedule. We know that the life of a head coach is nonstop. Either you're studying film, recruiting, preparing something. It's the head coach is the general manager of everything, right? You're touching it and being involved. So we thank you for coming on to the show. But we want to start off with talking a little bit about where you come from. Now, doing history, very quickly we see that you are no stranger to athletics. It's almost like you were from birth going to be a natural athlete. Your dad, Delaney Rudd, was an All-American or a superstar at Wake Forest. You've literally traveled the world. I mean, tell us what it was like growing up in an athletic home.
Yeah, it was. You're right. From birth, I have pictures of me first walking with a basketball. So, it was destiny for sure. Let my mom tell it. She played basketball in high school, so But it's been great. It was tough. As a high school player, I played AAU for my dad, so it was very tough, but it prepared me for everything in life. My dad always told me, if you quit in this, you'll quit in life. So that's always been our motto. Like, if you quit this suicide, you'll quit in life. If you quit in this, you'll quit in life. So like, it's prepared me for a lot. I mean, it's I was the first daughter. I grew up around mostly men and boy cousins. So yeah, it was pretty tough growing up, but I loved every minute of it, to be honest.
So you had no other choice but to be a dog. You come up around all these athletes, your cousins.
No other choice. Yes, no other choice, for real. All my dad's college teammates. He played with Muggsy. He played with Kenny Green. Kenny Green's son, that's my god brother. He played at DePaul. He's about 6'10". So I mean,
wow.
Yeah, I grew up. That's at camp every year. Camp since I was 5 years old. Then I started working camps, and yeah, you could say I think it was destiny. My dad told me it was destiny. I didn't believe him for a long time. I was like, nope, I'm going to be a counselor. I'm going to be a psychologist. Don't worry. And next thing I know, I'm in college basketball.
But coach, but you are still that though. Being a coach, you're like a parent, counselor. You're still doing that. So
I'm telling you, that master's in counseling really, it comes in handy. It sure does.
Now you traveled the world, and Although Kernersville, please shout out to Kernersville. It's the first time I've ever heard of that city. But you played basketball a lot of different places. When did you know that you were a dog? Was it just the fact of looking at your dad and him instilling that confidence in you, or is something clicked in yourself that you were like, hey, I'm more than just a former star daughter. I'm a really good at this sport?
You know, I mean, I grew up mostly in France, and playing over there, I was just, I hate to say it, but I was better. And I just knew it. Like, I was like, all right, well, I'm just good compared to some of these other players. It was funny because I literally just went to a wedding the other weekend, and my husband's friend comes up to him and goes, yo, your wife used to kill me in camp. So, I mean, I went to camp and got my MVP awards, my offensive awards. I was the only girl for a long time. So winning those awards meant everything against boys who didn't think I could play anyway. I had a real good high school career until I tore 5 ligaments in my knee, and that just changed my whole perspective. And that's how I ended up, I'm a proud Ram, but that's how I ended up at Winston-Salem State. So most people haven't heard of Kernersville. I didn't hear of Kernersville until we moved there when I was in high school. So but it's a town in between Winston-Salem and Greensboro.
Now, Kevin is going to get mad at me, but hey, Kevin, I did some research, and she spoiled it anyway for you, okay? You mentioned you're married, your husband, but once again, you just couldn't get away from athletes. Your husband was a dog. This dude was a former wide receiver, and so now you married into another sport.
Man, I married a wide receiver from Virginia Tech. So I married an ACC wide receiver. Yeah, and trust me, he pep talks me like a wide receiver sometimes, but I appreciate it. No, I did. I somehow married a football player, so the athletic legacy is just, still going.
What's if somebody just on a normal Saturday, Sunday coming in the house, or y'all watching sports, is it constantly nonstop, either football, basketball, something on sports related?
Yeah, it's usually ESPN'd out, and my husband might be playing Madden or something. Something's going on.
Tell him he don't want that work. Yeah, we talking to you. We on Sports Life Talk because we get it in. Hey, what system do we play so we can bomb on him real quick? Do we play PlayStation?
He's on the Xbox.
Oh,
come on, Coach. You got to upgrade.
You guys can't play because he's on the Xbox?
No, we can't play with each other. It's all good. We gonna forgive him. One day he'll step up and be ready to get with the Sports Life Talk crew. But you know what? You got a great story coming up. I could go on to probably another 30 minutes talking about your origins. It's so interesting how you came up and who you played for and all that stuff. But let's talk about the gig you in, right? So you announced the head coach of Virginia Union, which was tremendous. You started your career in the CIAA. You come back to the CIAA. But after doing research, you quickly realized that Virginia Union was not a cupcake job. This was not just a first-time head coach being given any opportunity. Virginia Union has made won the conference 5 times in a row. They've made tournament after tournament. So you come into a program that's established with high expectations. How are you carrying these expectations on your daily grind, Coach?
To be honest, I don't. I try to make my own expectations.
Ooh, she got me with that one.
Yeah. No, they had a wonderful program. I mean, Coach Gilbert did a great job while she was at Virginia Union. I mean, my plan is to keep it rolling. I want to win CIAA championships as well. I want to go to the NCAA tournament. I want people to understand what HBCU basketball really is. So you look at the conference, it's a conference of transfers, D1 transfers, JUCOs, tough high school players. And I think we have some good stuff coming. We got some transfers in that I'm excited about. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm excited.
Don't get in trouble on here. They have NCAA calling us. I'm going to block them.
Yeah, but we're excited, though. We have a couple players that, stayed for their last year, their COVID year, and they're coming in hungry. And they've already experienced a winning season. They know what it feels like. And when you know what it feels like, you want to keep it going. So that's one thing I will say.
Well, Coach, you're not shooting the wolf ticket. I asked you that question because I knew you were going to answer it. You answered it that way at every one of your interviews. So, but one thing when people hear you talk and you answer these questions, you talk about building it, doing it your way, right? But you talk about building this championship organization. So it started hitting me. Being a first-time coach, knowing that you're walking into a legacy type locker room with expectations are high. What is your ingredients? What is the formula for success for Virginia Union to take that step and get back to prominence?
I think the biggest thing is we're in a era, I guess you could say, of players really having to understand that you love them. And so we've been trying to really help our players understand that we care about them outside of basketball. We're trying to develop the whole person. The HBCU is really a family. That's not a lie. Like, everybody you meet on that campus is now part of your family. I can go to any department and be like, hey, my girl needs this, and they'll try to help them out some kind of way. So just trying to instill that in them. We did, during the preseason that we were able to have, we would tell them, like, we can let you settle for mediocre, but why would we let you do that? So just been trying to keep a standard high, give them our expectations, help them understand that hard work is going to get you further than some other things. Like, people might be talented, but are you going to outwork them? So just trying to instill those values that I took as a player, and just trying to help them understand the bigger picture. Like, to get to March, to get to that CIAA championship game, you have to start running now.
That's right. So last one. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach.
Oh, no, I was just saying, you can't pop up in August and be like, oh, I feel like I'm ready now. Like, no, you need to get ready now, because when we start working, we're going to work.
All right, Coach. So my last question, I'm looking at your demeanor. You're cool, calm, and collected. You remind me of Kev. You're the opposite of me, right? I'm bouncing off the wall everywhere. I'm loudmouth. And I watch your induction speech, and then I watch you, you get awarded the position. And it was that same cool, calm demeanor. And it seems like, I hate to call it intensity, but it seems like you just kind of locked in. So is this who you are? It's like, I feel proud that I got you to smile, Coach Terry. I'm gonna be honest with you. So when the camera turns off and you get on that court, are you a different type of person? I mean, are you that Catwoman, the claws come out, or is there something that ignites that fire? Or are you pretty much like, hey, y'all know what you got to do, let's do it?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the situation. I can turn up when I need to, but for the most part, I just want them to. I do remain pretty calm, because I've always had the theory that in the game, if I'm freaking out, then you're gonna freak out, and then we're not gonna play the game that we know how to play. We've prepared for this. Why are we freaking out? But there are also situations. You could probably ask my players that. There are a couple situations where I will say what I need to say. I'm not afraid to say it. I just try to come a different way before I say it.
And that's where the Catwoman comes out. All right. So earlier we talked about your favorite superhero. So let's pretend that you're Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. Assemble your dream coaching staff.
Oh my gosh, Dawn Staley's up there for sure. I'm a huge Dawn Staley fan. If we could go old school, yeah, Pat Summitt would definitely be somebody. I have to say my girl Tammy Reese at Rhode Island, that used to be at Syracuse. I love her passion and intensity, and it is different than me. So I would say that. How many people am I putting on this coaching staff?
I think coaching staff is U+4, right?
Yeah, we can slide. Well, yeah.
Slide one more. Slide a recruiting coordinator in there. Who you got? The last coaching slide.
Ooh, recruiting coordinator. Ooh.
What about a K. Yao? Or what about a Dina Barnes?
I thought about her too, because I'm like, man, she just won. I think I would slide her on in there too. Yeah, yes, for sure. Or, a Sue Bird or somebody.
Beast.
Sue Bird. And I know I'm adding too many, but whatever. Steve Nash is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about that Steve Nash thing.
Yeah, we got to talk about that one. I don't know about that one. Okay, so who do you model your coaching style after?
A lot of the stuff I do, I model after my father, to be honest. I learned a lot of good coaching skills from him. And there's a coach named Jim Foster who was at UT Chattanooga. He was at Ohio State before that. He had a calm demeanor and he still won. And it was just amazing because I'm like, man, he just showed me that I don't have to scream and yell all the time. But, you know, it was nice to watch him. I was in the SoCon when I saw him. So.
All right. So let's just say, hypothetically, I have a daughter. And I'm looking for a school for her to pursue her dream of college, right? Why should I send her to Virginia Union to play under Coach Terry?
Why not?
I don't have a comeback for
it. Well, there's several reasons. You know, I feel like the HBCU experience is unmatched for one. You just learn so many things about real life that you'll never learn at a PWI. And I only say that because I've seen both. And the HBCU, the homecomings, the student life, the basketball experience, you have a packed gym where people probably know your name because they saw you on a roster, and it's probably not your team. It's probably the other school that's yelling your name crazy. So the experience by itself, I always take pride in taking care of the actual player too. Like, I understand you're here for basketball, but if you're having some kind of mental health crisis or you feel like you just can't make it, or I really care about these players and I really want to see them to graduation. You know, for example, we have a first generation graduate on our team that will graduate next year. So we've been pushing her because she wanted to quit a couple times and I was like, no. So, but we really value the whole person and we want you to be here the whole 4 years. So, I mean, it's just, why not?
And you big on that HBCU thing. Is that does that mean a lot to you, being a part of HBCU?
It does, because the HBCU was one of the schools that gave me an opportunity after I tore my knee up. I had high-level Division I offers that went out the window, and I ended up, at the time, Winston was in the MEAC, so I still lived in my Division I dream, but it was just at an HBCU. And I mean, I can't thank the HBCU enough. And just the level of basketball that you get, I think people sleep on it. Like, I got to meet Earl the Pearl Monroe for being a Winston grad, you know? So just the level of basketball is different.
The name dropping on us. Okay, so B. Johns, let's get to the fun part of the show.
All right. I got one last question.
You would.
I know. I'm sorry. I do this intentionally, get on Kevs. When you look at that picture to the right, I think it's to the right. It may be to the left. That's you. That was from your press conference. What was in your mind when you got that offer and you put on that hat to represent Virginia Union?
The first thing, I was like panicked. I was like, is this for real? I've been, planning my whole career to get to this point. And to come back into a conference that I started in is mind blowing. Richmond, Virginia is a cool place. It's like, okay, Richmond, Virginia, that's what's up. And then just to know of the people that came before me, because Virginia Union is just, I'm telling you, it's like a rich basketball history. So just all the people that have come through, went through my head. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, my dad is going to cry. He's going to make me cry. And just because he knew this moment was coming before I did. And I can't thank my husband enough for being my number one supporter and really making me believe that I could get there.
That is super, super phenomenal. All right. Well, we believe you could get there, but I also believe that you have to make some tough choices here as you are entered into the Terra Dome, in which we call championship rounds. Are you ready for this, Coach?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. So have you ever played the game Would You Rather?
Maybe.
All right. So this is our version of Would You Rather. So the rules are very simple. I will give you an option. Kev will give you an option. You have to select one of those options. You can't manipulate it. You can ask questions if you need some understanding. But at the end of the day, you have to choose either A or B Jones. Okay?
Okay.
The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode of Championship Rounds Tierra Terry. All right, Coach?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Just for y'all who are keeping up with us, it was some disputes backstage, but I think the official score has been adjusted, and Kevin is winning 17 games to 16 games, and Kevin is coming off of his last win. So I will let you go first, Kev.
So, Coach Tierra, remember who reached out to you. It wasn't B. Jones. It was me. Okay, so, Coach, would you rather coach a player that became a coach and won a ring, or
coach a player that went on to the WNBA?
Ooh. Hey.
Coach a player that won a ring?
Yes, sir.
No. B. Jones, I'm gonna be humble. Okay, so round 2.
Get concerned, Coach. First you start talking about Steve Nash. Now we got WNBA on the line over here.
All right, so Coach, would you rather win a conference title 10 years in a row with a shot to make it to the tournament, or
make it to the NCAA championship game, not knowing if you'll win or lose, but you've made it to the show?
Yeah, that's a B.
You want to make that opportunity to make it to the dance? I saw that in you, Coach. I knew that you come from a prestigious program. Y'all already won the division 5 to 6 times.
I go to the big dance. Yeah, I want to go to the big dance.
You deserve a yeet for that, Coach. All right, last round. Coach, would you rather fast forward 15 years and be known as an established head coach, or
rewind 15 years and be able to play again?
Oh, I want to fast forward though.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the mouth of the South does it. The score is tied 17 to 17, and I am back in the winning column. Kevin, that was almost like, because you got the first question right, Kevin. That was like the Philadelphia 76ers giving up a 26-point lead, and I just came back. Came back and won that game.
Hey, I'm not Ben Simmons, homeboy. I can shoot free throws. Don't compare me to them.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for having some fun with us. It is my championship hat. I'm so excited. All right, Coach. So let's talk a little bit about you again. What does the future hold for you? The name of the shows you got next, and everybody wants to know, what is Coach Tierra Terry and those Virginia Union Panthers going to do?
Well, the plan is to see rings on all our fingers. That's the plan for several years. And to get to that NCAA, they made it to the NCAA championship one year and came short a little bit. It was a real close game. So we're hoping that we can get back to that. I want to win big.
Hey, that's the only way to win big. So let's think big for a second. We know you're Virginia Union, so all her players out there, she ain't leaving no time soon. But what is the ultimate bucket list dream job, or what is the bucket list dream? Whether it's to become an AD, whether it's to be in the WNBA, whether you want to work with Carolyn Peck on the sideline in the booth, what is your big dream?
You know, I looked at my AD the other day and I said, "Bless you," because this is this is too much for me. Ultimately, I just want to look at, like Dawn Staley's and the Pat Summits. And one day I want to be remembered as that coach that just gave them a different life, that just taught them, bigger than basketball dreams, that brought people from, maybe not thinking they could do it to becoming something different than what they thought when they first got there. So I don't have a dream school in mind in particular. That's just, I want to leave a legacy like that.
Coach, what are your players going to go? Well, if I were to talk to one of your players, how would they describe you, Coach?
It depends on which player you talk to, because apparently no, they would probably say that I care about them a lot. I am pretty, passionate and intense sometimes when it comes to being on time, school, when we can work out, getting to the point where, like you're pushing yourself. I'm big on them, working on themselves on their own. So they'll probably tell you, man, she tells us to get in the gym all the time, because you got to be, it starts with you. So practice is team time. You got to do some stuff outside of that. So they would probably say I was pretty nice to them overall.
Well, Coach Kev didn't get in your business, but I'm gonna get in your business just a little bit. Can you cook, Coach?
Yes, I can.
You can? Like, what's your go-to dish?
It's probably lately. I don't know. It's probably like a brown stew chicken.
Whoa, that sounds delicious.
Yeah,
it really does, and I'm hungry. So, Coach, you got something on? You got something ready now?
No, the reason I ask you that, KT, because Kev is a big eater, and we coming up there to Virginia Union to check you out. We coming all the way up there to Richmond, and I'm gonna expect some of this brown chicken stew. You gonna put us down?
Well, come on up, and then there's plenty. Richmond. There's plenty of soul food spots around here. There's plenty of. I mean, you guys are from Texas, though. You're probably used to like all the good food, but there's good food in Virginia too. Just so you know.
Hey,
all right,
we'll be there.
Coach Terry, who you want to send a shout out to?
Well, as always, I like to thank God for everything I do. I've already done my husband, but he gets another shout out because he's so special to me. He's my number one motivator, pusher, but he gives me all the love in the world, so I can't ask for more. My dad for, making me the best coach I could be. I still go to his house and draw up plays and stuff. So we still have basketball sessions, and everybody else is like, "What are you guys doing?" My mom, she pushed me, maybe not on the basketball side as much, even though she did yell in the crowd, take me out the game if I was playing bad. So I don't know whose side she was on, but she was, the academic support. I got two younger sisters that I'm very proud of. There's so many people. It's like, I would like to shout out Virginia Union for believing in me for sure.
You stand up.
Yeah, Coach Taylor, A.D. Johnson, everybody for believing in me. And everyone who's believed in me up to now. And I do have to give a special shout out to my little nephew. He just had a brain surgery not too long ago, so he's recovering well. So Major, we're thinking about you. And lastly, I always like to give a shout out to the Lupus Foundation of America because I am one of the people that has lupus in America. So we always like to bring light and awareness to lupus survivors and thrivers.
Coach, I didn't even get a chance. We running short on time because you part of all kind of associations, fraternities, sororities. I mean, you part of Women's Coaches Association, Alpha Psi Omegas. You doing it, so you doing big things. But maybe will you come back? Will you come back and we can talk about more of the lupus and some of these other foundations?
Yeah, because people need to know about it. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're playing something here down the road. So, Coach, where can the fans, Sports Life Talk Nation, where can they find you and how can they follow you?
On my Instagram, it might be Coach T Rudd because that was my, unmarried name. But Twitter should be Coach Tierra Rudd. And then, let me see, Facebook, I don't know if just Instagram and Twitter are probably the best two.
All right, well, Coach Tierra Terry, you got next. We want to thank you once again for coming on the show. Hey, Coach, how tall are you?
I like to say I'm 5'8", but I'm really like 5'6.5". It broke my heart.
Have you healed from the 5 ligaments damage yet? Because I want you to get some buckets on Kevin. I don't know why I feel like you got a little game in you, and I want you to go ahead and put 11 on Kevin's head. Can you do that?
Shoot.
You in trouble, Kevin.
I probably got like 20 games I got because of B. Jones. I'm gonna be tired. I gotta start training.
Yeah, you better start doing that Floyd Mayweather training.
Hey, for real. Hey, Coach Terry, you got next. We want to thank you for coming on to the show. We want to thank everybody out there who's checking us out for the first time. And if you've been rocking along with us for watching another wonderful episode, I know I had a blast and it was amazing. If you hit the subscribe button, like I told you earlier today, if not, smash it now. And remember, Kevin and I, we go live Wednesdays at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream on Facebook and YouTube. By hitting that, smashing that subscribe button, you'll be part of the family and get that front row seat. And Kev, you got anything you want to tell the people?
I just realized I lost and she just charged me up. So this is bad. No, I'm dead.
Hey, listen, we thank y'all for rocking with us. We love y'all so much. Be blessed, stay safe, and y'all take care of one another. And we will see y'all again next time on Sports Life Talks you got next. Yeet.
Lil' baby say I'm fly, she see me. I know I got a giant in the drip, but I double cause I'm tired of the vibe, she clingy. And I don't play around with the wrist, when I get it, you already know the vibe, it's VVs. I swear I feel alive when I'm in the yo into the AM, making vibes on repeat. And I ain't gotta lie, you see these. She said she want a vibe, she need 3. Each one for my boys, my teamies. Swimming through the riches with my squad, believe me. Iced out Audemars, Philippe's. Big dog since a gin, though I'm 8. Cook and let them know I'm different raw with the apron. Do this for my sons, I know it's mine for the taking. Lil' baby look like she the type that be playing. Slide and I skate this. She done me probably thinking who this. Yeah, money now it's funny how I see the mood switch. But boy, lame girl, funny how the two mix. So I got them uptight, now they got the loose lips. Want the doors with a suicide on it. If I'm winning, gotta put my slimes on it. I ain't buying in the Gucci or Prada. That she my man, and it's proof of her solid. Dripped and finesse like Kyrie. Young man with his own brand, I designed it. Whole gang got a wrist sprain cause I iced it. No name in my domain, I'm the nicest. Game, know I used to dream of the diamond. 2 bad things I'm in between like a hyphen. When I pull up to